Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, good night, wherever you are. Welcome to another edition of the Ingle Roger Sports Hour on Love Bay Afrobeats Music Talk Radio, where you can find a lot of Afrobeats, Caribbean music, talk on a lot of different topics. And Roger, I'm coming to you today from Winnipeg, and
Ooh, ooh.
the the beauty of technology.
Yeah, I know. And I guess it's maybe a little colder there, but it's certainly a different time zone as well.
Yeah, different time zone. It's an hour behind. It's 9 o'clock here, and
Yeah.
it's the weather is not too bad actually. Yesterday it was a bit cold, but it got better. So
Ah, there you go.
yeah,
It's getting colder here. It's moving
yeah,
like closer to zero now, so it's trending in the colder direction, but it's still winter, so you
yeah.
gotta
It
live
is
with
still
that.
winter. We're still
Yeah.
gonna get that one snowstorm that everybody dreaded.
Everybody's saying it's coming. It must be gonna be very, very big this time because it's
Yeah,
taking so long to come.
yeah, I think so. Yeah, but while here, I did something that I hadn't done in a long time. I went to watch a hockey game, the Jets, but not the best game for the Jets. Nashville beat them 4-2.
Okay, but I heard that the atmosphere in that arena is probably the best in the league.
Oh, it's great. It's fantastic. The atmosphere in there, the fans cheer to the last minute,
That's what I
last
hear.
second.
That's
Yeah,
what I heard
and
about them.
yeah, and they're diehards. I mean, I've never seen so many jerseys, Jets jerseys, all
Die
over.
hard is the right word, man. They
Yeah,
truly believe in that team. They support
yeah,
it 110% every game.
they do. And that arena is such a good arena too. It's like,
Yeah,
yeah, it's nice. Sometimes I look at these arenas and then think of other arenas and see how they can fit so many people into this what appears to be a small space.
space. I know. But I think they had lost the franchise, and since they got it back, they're making sure they never lose it again. So I
Yeah,
think that this stadium is full every day.
yeah, they do everything. The politicians, the sportsmen,
Everybody.
everybody do everything to make sure it's
Yep.
always full and
Yes. Yes.
yeah, great
That's good. That's how it
atmosphere.
should be. Should be.
Yeah,
I mean, the Maple Leafs one here in Toronto is always full for different reasons,
yeah.
but, but
Oh,
yeah, not because of the fact people just buy out seats. Corporate
there's
Canada
corporate,
buys up a lot of seats.
and it's always that hope. This is the year.
You know what? What is it? 1967 until now. I'm losing my math here, but it's a very,
Mm,
very long time.
yeah, it's a long time, but yeah, but every year you hear this is our year. So,
You know what, though? I
and
think this year may be the close. You know what? I keep saying that. I think this is probably the third time I'm going to say it because a couple years ago I thought they would have been there as well. But this year they do have a genuine shot. I
they
think they're
do.
balanced with talent and toughness. So we just
Yeah,
need goaltending and they have a shot.
they do have a shot, but let's see what happens with them, with the Leafs as they
Yeah,
continue on. They've been losing too much in the first round, but let's hope they can go
they
past
can
this
go.
time.
Yeah, let's hope they can get all the way to the top of the mountain.
Yeah, but a lot of other things happening, Roger. And I guess we can start with some tennis and semifinals in the BNP Paramus Indian Wells Open.
Yeah,
That a semifinals that I was hoping would have been a final, but it's the semifinals. Sinner and Alcaraz
I
coming
know.
up.
It's gonna be a massive, massive game. I think Alcaraz. How do I say it now? He was so hot he got stung by bees on his court.
Yeah,
so, so yeah,
something.
he's going through everything in this tournament, but he's ready. I think
He
he's ready. I've
is.
watched part of his games and
Hmm.
I saw him against Felix, and he was just dominating Felix. So, yeah, I think Alcaraz is ready to beat Sinner now. I think he has to start to make a statement because Sinner's on the rise.
He's on the rise, and Alcaraz actually has been coming through quite good. 6-3, 6-1 against Perez in the
Yep,
quarterfinals. So,
yep.
as you said, he's playing good. It looks like he has something he want to prove.
I believe so
And
too. I
yeah,
believe so.
Sin on the other hand, cruising as well. But it's gonna be a great
Yeah,
semifinals today.
Sinner's a form player right now, so on
Yep.
form, Sinner should beat him. But I think on talent, Alcaraz is still better. I know it's a big call, but I mean on talent, I think he's still better. So let's see if he can prove that when they play. It's a big game though.
Yeah. And who you have for Paul and Medvedev?
You know what? I think Paul is playing really well.
Yeah.
Um, yeah, I think I'm going to roll with Paul on this one. But Medvedev is a tough, tough cookie. he knows how to win and he knows how to get to finals.
Do you think the three set some quarterfinal will affect Paul in any way because he had to go a little longer
Yeah, he had to
later?
go a little longer, but he has age on his side, and I think he's
Yeah,
motivated.
yeah,
He looks like he's motivated this tournament. I must say, he looks like he wants to do something.
yeah. He's
You can see
playing
the
pretty good.
determination in him.
And yeah, there's the three names that you always see in most semifinals that there's Sinner, Alcaraz, Medvedev, but Paul,
And
as
Paul
you
is
said, he has to
yeah.
prove something.
Yeah, he looks like he wants to do something special this tournament. He seems very determined, and he's playing good tennis. So I give him a good shot to actually reach the finals this time.
Good. And those matches go later today.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
yeah, and last night the women had their turn in the semifinals. Disappointment for Coco Gauff.
You know,
Um,
did you watch it?
I didn't watch the match,
Yeah, I
no.
watched parts of it, and I don't know. Coco seemed, I hate to say it, a little out of it. Like she wasn't
Mhm.
locked in. She was not
Mm,
locked in. So I didn't watch the third set, but when I was watching the second set, I was like, she's getting all these opportunities, and she just doesn't seem to be totally locked in. So I'm not surprised that
yeah,
she lost, but I'm disappointed that she did because I thought, yeah, she would
true.
have easily moved on from here.
I thought so too, and she fought back to win the second set. So I
She did.
thought, I was following the scores because I was out at the time.
Yeah.
But was following, and I thought, okay, she's fought back to win, so let's see.
Okay.
But
Yeah.
then yeah, but the game before she had like 14 doubles, which is not
Yeah, she had.
unlike
Well, that's what I saw, right? She had
yeah,
multiple opportunities and she kept double faulting, and I'm like, what is
yeah,
going on here? That's why I said she wasn't locked in because you can't be there to actually. I think she was up 5-3 or something like that, and she
hmm
all she had to do was to serve out the game, and she double faulted. What's going on here?
Yeah, I saw I saw she's a lot on social media recently, and every time I see these athletes on social media now, I
Like
think
they
it
focus.
was yeah, I wonder at the focus because I think can't remember which basketball player, but one of the basketball players says it would be so different if Michael Jordan was playing in the era of social media.
It would be interesting. It would have been
Yeah,
interesting for sure.
yeah. So he was happy that it didn't have it then. So
Yeah, no, you're right about that.
yeah,
But yeah,
it's
I mean, it's something. There's no true research I think I've looked at to say this, but I think in general, the more they're on social media, usually it affects their time to focus on their performance.
hmm
But some need to hype up themselves. I remember this athlete Warren Weir from Jamaica.
I
Like
remember
he
him. Yeah.
lived on social media, and everybody thought he was just spending too much time there. But then he would show up on a track, and he lived up to what he was posting on social media. So for
Mm.
some, it's like that, and kudos to Warren for doing that. But most I've seen is like they need time to focus on their event and what they're doing, and not answering and posting on social media.
Posting always, yeah, it's just not the best thing to do. But some athletes like to do it, and I find it like, hey, I
You
don't
know,
think
and it's
it's
not only like I think sponsors like seeing it too because they
sponsors.
have
Yeah,
more reach and all
you're
of that.
right.
Some of them are actually even forced to do it. Maybe they do it overdo it, but in general, the more they do it, the better it is for their profile, for their image, for their reach to different and new consumers. So it's encouraged.
Yeah, it is encouraged, and as you said, because anything with sponsorship, they want to know how many people are you're
You're
reaching
touching.
and all this
Yeah,
stuff. Yeah,
exactly.
so you're forced to, and you have to interact with your fans too, because
You do. You
you have to
do.
keep them happy and
You
let them
have
know
to.
what's going on with your life day to day.
I want to see everything that you do. If they
Yeah,
could, they would.
yeah. They just want to feel like. I think this are where fans thinking that they connecting and know you. You
Yeah,
know.
exactly. And it's an important thing, I think, as they call it, the experience generation that we're in now.
Yeah,
Fans got to feel that they're actually in the game or so close to you they can touch you. Even if they can't, they got to
yeah.
feel that way. So that's the focus.
That is definitely the focus. So, but back to the tennis. I'm sorry she lost, but
Yeah,
on the other hand, Iga did her business. Didn't miss up at all. 6-2, 6-1. Didn't
yeah.
take too much time either.
She's on a roll. When she's on a roll
Yeah,
like this, she should win, I think. But, from what I saw, Maki against Coco Gauff, she's a decent player and she will be tough in the finals.
yeah. Yes, Sakara is a good player. She's played well in the past, and I think she'll be tough. But it's going to be bit hard to beat Swiatek. But
Oh, yeah, very difficult.
mm,
Very
very
difficult.
difficult task ahead.
Yeah, well, she's
So
there. So once you're there, you have a shot.
you have a shot. Exactly. Good there. So that's what's happening with tennis. We'll keep you on in track with that, and can move on to some golf. I don't know if you've been watching any of the golf, Roger, recently.
Not much. I've been following it little,
Um,
but not actually watching the games.
yeah, it's been some good golf, but I think McIlroy just looked good the first day, and then the Players Champion we're talking about, but then
Yeah,
Wyndham Clark, he's looking very good,
yeah,
and
he's doing very well. Yeah.
he's not one talked about much, but
Nope.
he's
No,
up
not a
there.
big name.
No, he's 14 under, leading the pack. Xander Schauffele, he's 10 under, and the Canadian as well, Nick Taylor, he's up
Taylor,
there
yeah,
too.
he's up there. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's gonna be interesting. I
So,
thought Rory. I mean, well, as always, Rory's always talking. So I know he was saying that he believes that missing the best players is a shame because, of course, some of them are live, and he's concerned that fans are going to be losing interest in watching golf because it's so
um,
split up these days.
sometimes I'm wondering if he's got too much in his head, and I'm
Maybe.
also, his former caddy said that our agent said that think he won't be surprised that Rory goes to live, and I'm wondering if he's fighting with that decision. you know.
I tell you, I don't think he'd have the balls to do that. I don't know.
Um,
The way he has gone out there, he wouldn't. Nobody would respect him anymore.
No, I don't think there. But I wonder if he's just fighting with some decision or something. But
Yeah.
'cause he looked so good on the first day. I said, "Wow, the old Rory is back." He said he felt good. He was hitting the ball nicely. But then from the first hole yesterday, he was just on the
Not
back foot.
there.
Yeah,
His comments caught up with him, and he lost his focus.
yeah. And maybe the controversy on the first day might have gotten to him too, because there was a
Yeah.
play when the ball went out of bound, and they thought that he should go back and hit from the tee, but he said it hit inside first, and he took a drop, and some of his playing partners weren't too happy with him, and
Yeah.
fans were getting after him too. So
Yeah.
yeah,
I don't know. This young man has too much on his mind, except
too
playing
much
golf.
playing golf exactly. So they're back at it later on today, and the players and Wyndham Clark, a name that's not talked about much, but he's
Yeah.
plays some very solid golf. And Nick Taylor, he's actually showing he belongs, a Canadian, showing
Yeah,
that.
he's been consistent for a little while now. So nothing to, lose your mind over. But yeah, he has been
Mhm.
consistently, decently, really good almost. Not maybe not great, but good.
Yeah. And early on the first day after the eighth hole, I think Tom Kim, who many expect so much from, he pulled out with illness.
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
he was having a bad day, so he was probably sick, and he just said he couldn't make it
Couldn't
anymore.
do it. Yeah.
And defending champion Scheffler, he's having a rough time. I mean,
No.
I've never seen a golf player have to call for physio and treatment in the middle of his
Yeah, that's
runs.
true. That's true.
Yeah,
You see it in
so
tennis all the time, not in golf.
yeah, not in golf. Yeah, so he seemed to be having some neck problems. And,
Yeah, it's one of those bad days for him for sure.
yes, for sure, it's a bad day. Anything else on golf before we move on to some Formula One chat?
I know nothing else on golf for me.
Formula One, they're taking a break this weekend, right?
Yeah, everybody got tired of this Red Bull dominating, so they needed a break. So they can. Yeah, it's an off week.
Yeah, it's an off week. It's all Red Bull are gonna be again. It's just
The
Red
guy
Bull.
could have stopped. I would say stop at a Tim Hortons and get a coffee and a donut and still win. I mean, he was rolling. He was, yeah. What can I say?
I don't know what's StreamYard don't like me for some reason, Roger, because it's now gone blank again.
Oh, yeah, I noticed.
Yeah, from probably frozen again. I don't know.
Yeah, no, I noticed. Yeah, at least you're forcing with a smile on your face,
Again, so
which is a good
that's
thing.
yeah. I guess they don't want me to see me live. Wow,
I don't know what's going on there.
I don't know.
But yeah,
Uh,
for Verstappen though, I don't know. I was hoping to see something a little different. It was a little turn off for me to see him so far ahead and so easy, winning so easy. I know there's still a lot of talk in the back room about who's going to be in charge of Red Bull and all of that stuff. But in general, it's so far a dominating season from the Red Bull camp.
yeah, it's been dominating from Red Bull, and you was thinking that the cars would catch up from the talk
Yeah,
we've heard this year, but
yeah. There was
it's
so much talk and so much,
yeah,
motivational speeches and so much encouragement
yeah.
coming from some of the other camps, especially Mercedes. But yeah, I haven't seen
I haven't
anything
seen
as yet
anything.
to make me think it's going to be any different than last year.
Nope, I think it's gonna just be the same thing. It's gonna be one day when he has a bad day, Verstappen will lose. But other than
Yeah,
that, yeah,
yeah. That's the truth right now. Unless something is going to happen in the background that we can't even think of. But at this point in time, I can't think of anything. They're just too far ahead.
yeah. The only thing that's happening at Red Bull really is this Horner case keeps going
It
on and on
keeps on and on and on. I
because
mean,
it's
that
a
young lady's
case,
not letting go, and
you know,
so
she's appealing, and
yeah, quite
yeah.
right.
So
So I might say. So I mean, it's one of those that is just going to drag on and on and on. I mean, they're going to want to stop talking about this in public. So they're going to do something at some point. Hope it's nothing too drastic for the Red Bull camp.
let's hope so. Let's hope it's not too drastic, and they just finish it within. There's also rumors about who's gonna go to Mercedes, and you
Yeah,
know,
they said they'd love him over. Who wouldn't love Verstappen? He's a
yeah,
champion now. So yeah, they're saying yeah, bring him. Oh yeah,
bring him
let him
over.
come. We'll take him.
Yeah,
So I don't know who's gonna go there, but that's gonna be a very very interesting decision at the end of the season. But I doubt Red Bull. I mean, yeah, he's saying he's frustrated with what's going on behind him in the back room, so he may leave, but they would never want him to leave.
no, I don't think he would leave. I think he's gonna stay there, and
Yeah.
it's just too good. And in the car that he has, he likes it. And if he goes
Okay.
somewhere and he starts losing, he's not
Yeah,
gonna
can
be
you
happy.
imagine? He probably couldn't deal with that.
No, not at all. So that's Formula One. They get back at it next week. So
Get back in the swing
um,
of things. But there's
yeah,
another Formula One story which I think I
hmm
thought would have gone away. Doesn't hasn't gone away and still seems to be hanging around. It's this Felipe Massa
Massa, yeah.
filing a lawsuit against Formula One.
Oh yes,
So against Bernie Ecclestone, and he's gone to the London High Court about it because he's challenging Lewis Hamilton's first Formula One World Championship.
yeah. He has. He said that he should have won, and there was a fix.
Yeah, but the fix wasn't from Lewis Hamilton though.
No, it wasn't.
It
So
had nothing to do with him. But yeah, apparently the driver was told to crash so his teammate could win, and he did it.
so does Hamilton file a lawsuit for the one he lost to? 'Cause I remember he was way ahead and then the crash.
Yeah, I know. So I don't
Yeah,
know. I don't
yeah.
know.
So
It's just nonsense going there. But yeah, I guess I mean this is from 2008. It's a long, long
yeah,
time
from
ago.
2008. It's a long time ago.
Yeah, so Lewis is saying he's not going to worry about the past.
Yeah, 16 years ago, and he's still want to come. I think he's
He's
suing
bitter
for
about it.
is it for 100 and some million, 150 million or something?
I don't know if it's that much.
I saw something about it, some large lawsuit. He was,
I don't know.
um,
Yeah, that's a lot of money.
yeah, but yeah, he's asking for 82 million. Sorry,
80, yeah, 80.
82
I didn't
million,
think it
not
was
100.
100, yeah.
I don't know what I
80
got
million.
100, but 82 million lawsuit.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, and he is asking for, well, that's a lot of money still.
Yeah, it is. It is.
Yeah,
And I know Lewis's contract is like 100 million. So yeah, maybe, he's trying to get a full contract amount. I don't know what he's going for here, but
yeah.
yeah, this is crazy. It's a lot of money.
Well, we'll keep an eye and see where that goes, but I don't
Sure.
think there's so much that's gonna come out of it.
Yeah, I
I
don't
don't
think so
know.
either. I hope it just goes away.
Yeah, just hope so. Yeah. You're listening to the England Roger Sports Hour on Love Bay Afrobeats Music Talk Radio, and there's nothing else, Roger, in Formula One. We'll talk some cricket, and gonna start instead of with the men, I'm gonna start with the women and give some love to Jamaica.
Yay
The
to the
women,
Jamaicans.
I mean, despite losing their last game, which I think they probably knew we have
They
already
knew. I
wrapped up
believe they
with
knew
that.
as well.
Yeah,
They knew.
because getting bowled out for 72, that wasn't like
They
Jamaica.
weren't
So
focused based on how they were playing this tournament. But
no.
before they left Jamaica, I saw that determination. Like you listen to them talk before they boarded the flight. You could see they were going to try and do something special to
Hmm.
move away from what had happened in the last couple of years, right? Because they weren't really doing well. And after
Right.
they started off, I was like, okay, they seem to be serious, and they were just on a roll, a really good roll.
Yeah, they were very focused and they played very good cricket. And
Very good
I was
cricket.
surprised to see how well they did, to be honest.
Yeah, yeah, they exceeded my expectations as well. I thought they would
Yeah.
have been competitive, but not as dominant as they were.
Yeah, and I don't know if you saw the celebrations after in the true Jamaican style, the
I
singing
didn't,
and
I
dancing.
didn't see that, but yeah, I gotta go look it
Yeah,
up because I know these
yeah,
young ladies know how to dance for some reason.
yeah,
They seem to party a lot because everybody knows how to do these new dances.
yeah. But the captain, she's kind of
Stephanie,
conservative, and Stephanie,
she's
she just stayed back in the background with the coach watching and
watching the
clapping
game while
and
themselves.
smiling, enjoy. Yeah.
Her
So
enjoyment is on the pitch where she wins, man, and
yes,
performs. So uh,
yeah,
she's a
but
laid
yeah,
back person.
some really good fun there in Jamaica winning, and they're gonna have to celebrate. But they had a couple of days to celebrate, but they're back at it on Monday
Yeah,
because the T20
it is
Blaze
gonna start. Yeah.
starts on Monday, and I was actually wondering, and I don't know if maybe you have an answer for this. Why West Indies is not playing cricket on Saturday and Sunday? Is Sunday a religious thing that you can't play Sunday anymore?
I'm a little lost with that too, because in general, that's when usually it's a weekend you'd play these games.
Yeah, because to me, you want to get the crowds out, and that's even
Yeah,
if people go to church Sunday morning, but you
they
play,
would come watch a
it's a
game in the
T,
afternoon.
yeah, it's a T20, so play it in the
Definitely,
afternoon.
yeah. I don't know. I don't know what's going on here. I think they've missed the boat somehow because the games now start on Wednesdays, so
Hmm.
instead of Thursdays, and for the 4 days, and they're not playing T20s on the weekends where that's where your
No,
biggest crowd would come from. So
yeah,
everybody's at work on a Monday. So who are you expecting to show up?
yeah. I was wondering why they do those things, but
Crazy.
yeah, but they get back at it to do T20 Blaze, and we look forward to seeing those matches.
Yeah, I hope it's
And
as exciting as the 50 overs were the one day.
yes, I hope it's a successful. And we want to, and as you said, the men finishing on a Saturday, it's just not,
It just doesn't. It's not adding up.
and it's not adding up. And most matches finish in 3 days, so we
Yeah,
may not even get to
you
Saturday.
may not
But
even get to the Saturday.
yeah,
It's a lose-lose situation if you ask me.
but luckily these games are close. The ones that are happening now for the men's
Oh,
tournament.
yeah, the 4 days are really, really. Some really. I must say. I mean, I don't know if something happened or something just in the water, but this year's competition, I think, has been one of the better ones I've seen in terms of the scores that you're getting and how
Hmm.
long they're lasting. So, because some are finishing in 2 days, but I think most of them now are going to 3 and 4.
Yes, most are going to 3 and 4. Jamaica will be in a chase this morning. They need 234 runs to win.
That's an interesting one. I
Mm.
mean, like I listened to them talk last night, and I'm saying, okay, the pitch is turning more now, and the spinners are on the academy team. So
Hmm.
how dangerous it's going to be? But I still think Jamaica has the batting to do this. But you know what? Sometimes the batting has to hold their heads down. They have Mackenzie, they have Blackwood, they have
Blackwood,
King.
yeah.
All right, so they have players that should be able to do this, but they have to do it on the day. And spin bowling is no joke if the pitch is turning the way I've heard them say it's turning.
Yeah, it's turning on. Last day pitch is always a bit tricky,
Always, always.
but normally Sabina is not a spinning pitch, but it's
Normally, but for some reason
it's
they said it's breaking down and it was turning late yesterday, so
so 234 in the last day is going to be tricky for them.
it's tricky. I'm confident they're gonna get it though.
Let's hope so. And other matches been played, Roger. Is Trinidad and Tobago and Windward Islands, and Trinidad and Tobago. They need 165 runs with 7 wickets remaining.
It's another tight one, and the win was they haven't lost yet, have they? So they're
No,
still
they
on
haven't lost yet.
a nice roll. So a lot of people would say you got to beat them first, but I believe Trinidad would be able to find a way to win this game.
They may, they're 21 for 3. If it's spinning also, then might be in some
Would be
trouble.
dangerous too. Is that tricky number as well?
Yeah, Denver, he had 5 in the first innings, and he's been bowling well, so
Yeah. Yeah.
we'll see if they can. Good to see the Trinidadian, is Webster, is it? Webster get 107.
100. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
He's been around for a while now, so
True.
good to see him getting 100. And Leeward Islands in a bit of a struggle against the combined campuses.
Campuses. Yeah.
And 273 campuses for 301, 259, and then Leeward Islands chasing. They were overnight 10 without loss, but they've lost 2 wickets this morning. So they're
Already.
now, yeah,
Wow.
they're 30 for 2 with
Mm.
both openers, Powell and Louis, back in the pavilion.
They're in
So
trouble then.
they're in trouble. And
Yes.
a question, Roger, and there's a debate I saw among some of my friends. There's Primus
Hmm.
from He played the first couple of games for Barbados, got dropped, and then got selected for combined campuses. Like, how does that work?
That's not supposed to work. It should
Yeah.
finish out the season, right?
Yeah, if your team dropped you, you're dropped. You don't just say, okay, well, now I go to another team.
Yeah,
And
they got to figure this one out. Unless that break that they have, you can trade players or something like that.
unless, yeah, unless that's what the break is for, well,
Or maybe, but yeah, unless that's what it is for, then it should not be happening.
yeah. And it's not to say it's like a top player. So I
Yeah,
think, yeah, it's not something that should happen. And but as you said, maybe there's a trade window and we don't know about
we
it.
don't know about it. Yeah,
And
because you're right. I mean, it's Primus, right? But what if
yeah,
it was like a big name player, right? It'll be
yeah,
a big difference, right?
there's
It's like what is going on here? So they got to have rules in place.
yeah, they do. And the final match being played there is Guyana Happy Eagles and Barbados Pride.
Yeah.
And Brathwaite and Mackenzie still there. McCaskey, sorry, still there.
McCaskey, yeah.
Yeah, they need 287 more runs though to get, so it's gonna be a tough ask.
Yeah, if it, as you said, all the games, it's a really tricky number that they have to get. I mean, they're all doable though.
Hmm.
That's the thing about them. It's not like it's impossible for them to not get to that score, but it won't be easy. And they got to bat fast enough, but careful enough to
But
get there.
careful enough, yes.
So it's going to
And
be, who's out there that can, I mean, Brathwaite is one that can hold his head down. I can tell you that. So
yeah,
give them a shot for that. But yeah, it's going to be that's an interesting number to get to.
it is. And they have some good batting. I mean, you have Holder back in the team
Hold
as
it back there, yeah.
yeah. When you look at the Barbados team, you can see you have two Brathwaites in the team, two Holders in the team, and Reefa is back in as well. So it's
Yeah.
um it's a good team, and Shane Dorish is still there. So as you
No,
said, they need to have the right balance to get those runs.
get those runs. But yeah, Barbados always has three-quarters of the West Indies team, so there's always going to be a lot of big names on their team. So they haven't they haven't been dominant in the regional stuff for a while, but in general, they always have big names on their team.
Yeah, they always do. Guyana had a big score in the first innings, 436,
Yeah, they
and
did,
yeah, but the second innings they had 136 but 8 declared. They wanted to make a match of it, so
and it's a good call. It's a
it's a
good
good
call.
call. Yeah, so we'll see how that match continues.
Because usually, as you know, it goes. If Barbados comes out with making some runs, then the pressure goes on Guyana. But if Guyana takes a couple of wickets, then Barbados is going to slow down. So they're not going to get to the score. They're going to play for a draw, and it's just about if Guyana can try and get them out.
Yeah, they will. And we'll update you before we leave if anything
Pops
spectacular
up.
happens. So
Yeah,
yeah, but just to go through quickly before we get onto some track and field and some football because the FA Cup is in full swing.
yeah,
Um, Australia won the series 2-0 against New Zealand. No surprises there. But tough second test. I thought New Zealand had a chance at one couple of times, but then Australia dug in and won that game.
yeah. Australia, no, they're looking good. They're looking good.
Yeah, good team. Yeah, the T20 stats on Wednesday, Thursday.
When
So,
the
yeah,
21st or the 20th?
21st
First,
Thursday.
it's
Yeah,
Thursday.
well,
Yeah,
Wednesday our time and Thursday.
yeah,
Yeah, yeah.
different time
So
zone.
yeah, other matches: Bangladesh and Sri Lanka ODI series tied 1-1. One match to play on the 21st also. So matches have been played. A lot of cricket's been played. Everyone is
Cricket.
getting ready for the World. Yeah.
Yep,
So
World Cup is coming, so everybody's getting as sharp as they can.
as sharp as they can, yes. And I don't know if you watched any of the WPL because it's a bit disappointed yesterday, maybe because it's a West Indian on the team, but I was sort of rooting for Mumbai Indians. They lost this their match yesterday, so the finals is now going to be RCB and Delhi Capitals,
Really?
and
Okay.
yeah, and that goes tomorrow at 9 a.m. Yeah, I thought it was a small total, 135 that RCB
It is
scored. So
small. Yeah.
I thought Mumbai Indians will get it,
Get
but
there. Yeah.
they lost by 4 runs and they didn't get bowled out.
That's a shame.
Yeah,
You can't get so close if you have wickets in hand. Just swing.
yeah, they had four wickets in hand, and yeah, they just didn't get over the line. So
Stuff.
just wondered what happened there in the middle.
Yeah, yeah, that's crazy. That's actually
But
crazy.
kudos to the two teams who are getting there, Delhi and RCB.
Actually, yep, yep.
And that goes tomorrow
Tomorrow.
at 9.
Yeah, yeah.
Other thing, cricket, IPL is starting, so everything shuts down.
Everything else stops. There's just
Yeah,
IPL coming up.
IPL starts on the 22nd and is expected to go right down to the 25th of May.
May, yeah,
Yeah,
2 months.
just before the World Cup starts, a
Then
week
after that is
before.
the World Cup.
Yeah, so it's crazy.
At least you know what's coming up, right? So I guess 2 months of IPL, and then you have the World Cup. It's another month and a half. So yeah, it's gonna be the next few months. Is a lot of high class cricket is gonna be happening.
Yeah, and those people who are worried about World Cup tickets, and some people calling me and asking me, how can we get tickets
You
to?
get to get your
And
tickets. You have
yeah,
the
but I'm
inside knowledge how to get tickets, Ingle.
there's no way. No, it's I don't. ICC, these days people don't give tickets. So but ICC's and West Indies and US, they're opening up a second batch of tickets on the 19th. When they say it's sold out, it's not really sold out.
It's not
Yeah.
really sold out, but they generate the
So
interest so you can come back and buy the
yeah.
rest at a
So
higher price.
yep. So the second batch of tickets go on sale on the 19th
Yeah,
for all matches, including the playoffs. So
yeah,
people can get online quickly, but they go fast though. I can say
yeah.
at least one of Canada's games is sold out because they play
Wow.
in there.
Well, you can
So
accept that, but the
mm,
ticket sales seems to have been going really well.
yeah, they're going really well. I think the Canada Island game is not going as well, but I'm sure that will, as it get
Eventually
closer,
pick up. Yeah,
eventually it'll pick up. Yeah,
I
and
think
it's in
that.
New York,
Yeah,
so
yeah. A
they
lot of
will.
Irish there.
Yep, and Canadians will probably fly over and see.
Yeah.
Um, just one more thing in news and notes: Canada and US will play a five-match T20 series starting on the 7th of April, and this is all part of the preparation for the World Cup. So this will
Okay.
take place in Houston at Prairie Cricket Ground.
Okay. So they're playing the 5 games at the same Houston
Yeah,
ground. Okay.
yes. So it will be good for to get some games in there and get some preparation for the World Cup. Everyone
Okay.
is focusing from April to May just on World Cup preparation. So
Yeah, yeah.
that's
Everybody got to be ready.
yeah,
Interesting.
so Arctic Cup, the long lost series, at the first ever cricket match as we know was played between Canada and
Yeah,
US
that's what you told me a few years ago. I
international.
was quite
Yeah,
surprised. Yeah,
yeah.
long,
So
long time ago.
and that's why if you look at the schedule for the World Cup, Canada US playing the first match in the World Cup.
World Cup to kick it
Yeah,
off.
to kick
Wow,
it off. Yeah, so
interesting.
some cricket to look forward to. Roger, I hope I see you at one of the games.
Yeah, we got to figure
So,
out which one to go to.
yeah,
So
there's
it sounds like I can't get to the Indian game because it's gonna
in
be
Fort
sold out.
Lauderdale. Yeah, it's
But,
a lot
who
of
knows?
tickets there, but I am sure, as I said, other batches of tickets will go on
It'll come
sale.
out.
So
That's true.
yeah,
That's true.
something will happen.
It'll be a good game for me to see, of course, because I like seeing Kohli and the boys.
As you said, Kohli, there's a lot of talk that Kohli may not even make the team.
Ah, they must be
Um,
kidding. No, they can't
yeah,
do that.
some of the top Indian cricketers are saying you could leave out if you could leave out Ashwin out of Test
Yeah,
matches.
all this one. Yeah, okay.
Why can't you leave Kohli
That's
out
Kohli.
of the
Yeah.
T20?
True. True. Good point.
He hasn't been playing much recently, but
No, he took a break,
I don't even
which I
think
think he
he's
needs.
playing the IPL.
But I don't know if that would be a little much if he's not playing the IPL.
I don't think he's going to start the IPL. I think he's staying out of the IPL to spend time with his family first because he just had a new baby. So I
Yeah,
don't believe he's playing.
interesting.
Yeah,
I hope they don't leave him out because he's my incentive to go watch an Indian game. But,
yeah, but there's I just saw a story come up actually this morning and says without Virat Kohli, the Indian team cannot.
yeah,
Yeah,
I wouldn't go that far, but I think he makes a huge difference though for them.
yeah. So I guess this reporter is Kohli fan.
Yeah, maybe just like myself, but I wouldn't go as far to say they cannot win without him. I
Yeah,
don't think that's true. He makes a big difference though.
he makes a big difference, and I don't believe they'll leave Kohli out.
I don't
Yeah,
think they could ever do that. So, in my opinion, but you just never know these days. Cricket is cricket. But I see they talk about this stop clock.
Yes,
They said it's going to be permanent after the World Cup. Are you in agreement that the
starting
stop
with the
clock should
World
be out
Cup.
there ticking away?
I think it's adds something to the game. Yeah, I think that it's important to keep the game going, and I think that stop clock is probably just another fan engagement thing.
It is. It
Yeah,
is. It is.
because yeah, it's good to keep the game ticking along. But yeah, I think cricket is trying to figure out many ways to just make sure the fans engage, and
Are you
because
engaged?
when they show the replay on the screen and stuff, although the person may even know already, it's not
Yeah.
out. When the not out comes up on the screen, the fans go crazy.
Crazy. Yeah. Yeah. No, it's
Yeah,
true.
or
It's
the
true.
out, or
That's
vice versa. So yeah, I think
true. It's true.
but I believe yeah, to get the game going, because some captains we've seen deliberately slow down the game too
Correct.
much. Yeah,
Correct. Correct. They got to fix that. That's true. That's true.
yeah.
Yeah, the
So
other thing I had in cricket was,
mm,
well, I had a couple of things. One is Shamar Joseph. So I know he played one excellent test series over there in
yes,
Australia, but he's now been named tourism ambassador for Guyana. So
he's everything in Guyana.
yeah, I know everywhere he goes, he gets so. But I don't know. Maybe I'm being a little harsh here, but
He's
it's only one series he played.
yeah, he's one game that he was
One
so good.
game that
Well,
he really stood
yeah,
out.
that he
One game.
made him the yeah. He's done that. He's also ambassador for I think Honduras Civics or
Yeah,
Honda
some
maybe,
yeah. I
and
mean, I don't mind him getting all these
many
things,
things.
but good, good. He's setting up for disappointment if he doesn't keep performing.
If he doesn't keep performing. And then there's also some question mark yesterday because he showed up, you're right, for the IPL, but he did not go to the PSL. So there's question there's something saying fit he's fit for the IPL but not for
Not fit
the
for the Pakistan.
PSL because they replaced him in the PSL. He said he was not fit, but now
Wow.
they're
The big money's over in India.
exactly. And so he's
I'm actually sitting back and watching this one because I think he has gotten good credit for what he did, but I think he's getting too many things without showing that this is who he is. I mean, this
I
could be just a
mean,
one-off. His 15 minutes of fame could go nowhere after this. So
I just hope he keeps doing well. But
he almost has to now.
talking to a friend of mine who's a former West Indies player, and he said he thinks he will keep doing well because he said the biggest thing that he have on his side, he is very very fit, and he's gonna keep coming at you. So he
Okay,
will have some success at
fair
some
enough.
yeah. So
For his sake,
you
I hope so.
yeah, I hope so because when you've given all these things and you disappoint, wow. We
Wow.
know Caribbean people how quick they can turn on you.
Turner, exactly. That's what I'm worried about. That's what I'm worried about. Because he's playing, he's a tourism ambassador for Guyana, and he's not playing well. What are they
Yeah,
going to say? You know, what kind of
exactly.
ambassador this? So,
Yes, exactly.
it's Caribbean people, so it's going to be interesting to see how that one works out.
Yeah,
And the
it
last thing I had
should.
for cricket was James Anderson. So,
Oh, he keeps
before
ticking.
somebody gets to 500, it's like, whoa! Now this man gets to 700 and nobody even talks about it.
No, no one says much about James Anderson getting to 700 wickets, but I think in fact, I saw Boycott. I think said something that he can't keep going. You got to cover time when you just tell him thank you.
Exactly.
But
Wow.
yeah, he got 700 wickets, and but he's been playing a long time. He's played what 187
A
Test
lot of
matches.
games. Yeah,
That's a
yeah.
lot of Test matches,
It is. It
and
is.
yeah, so I don't know. He's now 40. Is he 41?
One, yeah, yeah,
But he
yeah.
said he's at the fittest of his whole life.
They always say that, but yeah,
Yeah,
he does look like he's in good shape.
yeah, he's in good shape. But they are actually managing his workload well. He don't play every test now.
Exactly.
But
Everything is
I
different.
honestly believe England need to move on.
They should have. I mean, but kudos to him for getting where he's at. But yeah, I think I thought he was done before, but he's
Yeah,
still there, so I don't think he has much longer to go.
no, not at all.
Mhm.
But
But they got to 700. Not many people do
700
that.
is a great feat. I mean, 700. I even missed it when you said it just now. I actually have to check because I didn't remember he got to 700.
700. Yeah, it's so quiet getting there, but
Yeah,
it's a big number. It's a big
it is
number.
a 700 wickets still. I remember when Courtney Walsh got to 500,
500.
and
Can
that
you
was
imagine how that is
yeah,
a huge deal?
yeah. And now It's 700 is
700,
nothing. Yeah.
almost.
But he won't get to that 800 for
I
sure.
doubt it. I doubt it.
No,
I
because
don't think
he,
he's even gonna get to 720.
no.
Let's see.
That's true.
Let's see how that goes.
Definitely.
All right, that's it for cricket for me. Anything
That,
else cricket for
that's
you?
it. No, that's it for cricket. We've talked a lot about cricket, so now we can get into some track and field.
Yeah.
I see athletes are announcing when they're going to start their outdoor season, and as I said to you last week, I'm looking forward to the outdoor.
Yeah, outdoors is gonna be big, and of course, some people came out like the Sharika Jackson and the
Mm,
Shakari Richardson saying April 6th, not too far away from here, is the big
yeah,
day. They're going to Miami, so place to be is gonna be Miami on April 6th. So they're opening up there, and a lot of people opening up. As I said, April is when people start opening up, so you just got to be patient. The indoor finally finished last week, although this weekend is the Canadian National Indoor Championships. But most places indoor is done, and everybody's going outdoors. So outdoors have started up in the states, and
hmm,
like in Houston, in Texas, and on those places. But next week and the following week is when you're going to see most of the big meets coming up, and it's just going to be nonstop all the way to the Olympics. So interesting times ahead for sure. But everyone is waiting to see how this person looks and what's going to happen this big year. I mean, I see Lane Thompson came out saying she's truly focused on this triple,
okay.
this three-peat. So she is going hard for it, and she said training is going well. So she says she has no complaints. So
You
we'll
know, when you
see.
think of the women's finals, some people are going to cry because there are going to be some big names that are going to miss out on
It's
that
gonna
final.
be it's gonna be very interesting to see who actually makes that final eight because
Yeah.
there are so many athletes out there now that is running fast times. You have the Julian Alfreds, you got the three Jamaicans, you got
Hmm.
the American Shakari and crew.
Yeah.
It's not going to be easy. You got Europeans, you got Dean Asher Smith, you got Africans. So
Yeah.
yeah, it's going to be interesting. It's certainly going to be interesting for sure, for sure. We'll see. But the last weekend was the NCAA's indoors, and some Jamaicans did really well there. Brianna Liston. I mean, I will say that she is probably the most loved junior Jamaica had in a little while. They've loved her since she was like 12.
Hmm.
Very humble young lady, very talented, and she won the 60 meters in a very fast, record breaking 7.03.
Yeah.
And she's saying she's looking forward to representing Jamaica at the Olympics too. So we will see how
Hmm.
that one goes. But I know in high school, 2 years ago, she ran 22.5. As a 200, she ran 51 splits in 400. So she's strong, she's fast, she's pretty much a complete sprinter. Small but complete. But she got beaten by Tina Clayton in the 100. So, she didn't get the double, but for sure she was one of the top sprinters. And she's doing extremely well in college. And kudos to her to be SEC, she's SEC champion. She is NCAA champion, and she's actually won SEC's indoor track and field athlete of the year. So, she's really doing well, and we look forward to see how well she's going to do when it comes to the NCAA's outdoors.
Yeah.
Another Jamaican that a lot of people talk about too is Wayne Pinnock. He was a superstar at Kingston College and winning many long jumps and hurdles events at Boys and Girls Championships. He has records in both. But now he's a top long jumper, and he won with a Jamaican national record jump at the NCAA's indoors with 8.40 meters. And of course, the question everybody's asking him, he was second at the World Championships. What is he doing in school? Why not go pro? But he's
Hmm.
patient. He says it's going to happen at the right time. So, but I'm pretty sure he's not going to go past this year without going pro. He's probably going to finish first before he goes pro. That's my guess. Interesting to see how he does, but he knows how to perform on the day, so he has a good shot of actually winning at the Olympics or certainly getting a medal.
Getting a medal for sure. Yeah.
Yeah. This long high jumper, Romain Beckford, he's a good jumper from Jamaica as well. He's from, I think, Buff Bay in Portland, and doing extremely well. He won at champs, and he came to NCAA's and he was doing really well. He wanted to get into some school, couldn't get in, and he ended up at Arkansas, and now he's winning, and he jumped 227 meters to win. So kudos to him. Good jump, and he's also looking forward to getting to the Olympics. Not sure how far he's going to go with, unless he can get up to 230 something, but he's looking really, really good so far this
Hmm.
year. And Jamaica had two more champions. So Rivaldo Marshall, who was good when he ran for Calabar at Boys and Girls Championships, but he was never the number one. But he's now beating the guys that used to beat him, and he won the NCAA indoor 800 meters, running 1:46.9. So looking good. Kudos to him. Big guy, fast guy, smart guy. So let's see how he does outdoors. It's going to be a little tougher. And the final one for Jamaica was Roger Stoner. He won the shot put, throwing 20.4 meters. So he's looking good as well. So it's, we talk about Brian on the track, Wayne Pinnock in the long jump, Ronaldo Marshall in
Hmm.
the 800, Beckford in the high jump, Stoner in the shot put. So Jamaicans are winning in a variety of events. It's not just one type of event, which is
And I was also reading an article about Hibbert coming back for triple jump.
yeah. So
Jaden Hibbert.
yeah, Jaden Hibbert, yeah, because
Mhm.
he's still a junior, eh?
Okay, but he's
He's still a
jumping
junior.
far.
So he's number one jump in the world last year, and
Mhm.
of course, the under 20 record holder, world record holder. But he decided to go pro. He, as I said, he was a freshman, and so he said, you know what, he's not even going to bother with second year. He's just going to go pro. So he's already going pro,
Okay.
and let's see how he does this year. I think all things being equal, he will win at the Olympics. I can almost predict that one.
Oh
And
wow.
he's in. If he shows up like, and they said he's doing better than how he did last year. He's the furthest he jumped last year was like 1.7, a few centimeters higher than the guy that beat him in the Olympics. So I mean at
Hmm.
the World Championship. So that's Zango. So he jumped 1787. I think Django jumped 1770. So he's ahead. It's just that he got injured, and now they're saying in practice he's going to be even further ahead. They're even talking maybe looking
Right.
towards world record type of jump. So
Saw something about going over 18. So
yeah, yeah, that's what I'm saying.
yeah.
They're talking so strongly about it. They gotta believe he's already done it in training. So it's gonna be interesting to see if he gets over 18. He's almost guaranteed that Olympic gold medal. So for a 19-year-old, and he's talking about he may go to World Juniors.
Wow.
Because World
Yeah.
Juniors is after the Olympics. So
After
he
the
said he may just be World Junior champion and Olympic champion at the same time. So
same time.
it's gonna be interesting to see if he does that. So kudos to him. Let's see how he does. Some other Caribbean athletes at the NCAA's last weekend was the Bahamian Terrence Jones. He's looking really, really good as he won the 60 meter and the 200 meter. Took the double, the sprint double from Texas Tech University. So looking really, really, really good over there. So if you notice, I mean, it's not the Americans winning the championship events much more. A lot of Caribbean
So,
people are
a lot
taking
of
it over.
Caribbean athletes, yeah.
And of course, the Canadian, the world record holder Canadian, who didn't get the world record, unfortunately,
Yes,
but
yeah,
Christopher Morales
Williams.
Williams
Yeah.
out of Vaughan. It's a silly thing, It's not. I mean, they said the blocks wasn't legal or whatever. And it's
Yeah.
not certified or whatever. But the guy got his world record, man. But he showed up that he's not a fluke. He
Mm-hmm.
ran 44.67 to win the NCAA indoors. So the previous record was world record was 44 52. He had broken it with 44.49, but he ran 44.67. So I mean, he's not that far off. It
Not
shows that
far off.
he's
Yeah.
way below 45 anyway. So he's ready. It's going to be
Yeah.
interesting to see how he does outdoors.
Yeah. He says I saw an interview with him, and he just says he just likes to run, and
He does.
yeah, and his dad said from a young age he's been doing that.
Just running, yeah. I
Just
saw the
running.
interview too.
Yeah.
Kudos to him. Sometimes as a little kid, you say, man, you say, oh, this one is going to be fast. This one is going to be that. And then he actually does it. So
Hmm.
you can imagine the parents right now. That's really, really happy to see what he's doing. So really, really good for him. So yeah, on the other side of that, of course, we had another meet last weekend at GC Foster in Jamaica, and just one notable result there was Sada Williams from Barbados. She ran the 200 meters in 22.59, which is a national record
National. Yeah.
for Barbados, and she's quite surprised because she hasn't run 22.6 or better since 2016 or something like that, a long, long time ago.
Hmm.
So she's saying her 400 is going to be really, really good this year because, she ran 49 and she's a bronze medalist from the World Championship. So she's like, the type of shape I'm in now, look out. So the 400 is a stacked field, but, you got to look out for Sada Williams from Barbados. She is a true champion and looking forward to see how well she goes. But kudos on this national record, 200 meter, 22.59. We also saw our favorite athlete from the Caribbean nowadays, Julian Alfred. So
Yeah.
she donated her gold medal shoes to the St. Lucia's Olympic Committee. So like,
Oh,
very nice of
yeah.
her. I mean, she won
Yeah.
it what, 2 weeks ago, 3 weeks ago, and she's
Yeah.
already done this. So She's inspiring hope and investment in sports. So kudos to, I know you gotta love her, right, Ingle?
Yes, oh yeah, she's just so likable. And yeah, I mean, I don't normally see athletes cry like that on the field when they just saw, and
Yeah,
that makes get her more fans. She was so happy to
yeah.
win,
She made
and
herself vulnerable and transparent there, and yeah,
yeah,
everybody just clung on to her because, as I said, she's a wonderful young lady, and everything she's gotten, she's worked extremely hard for it, and she's focused, and she deserves all she's getting, and she's definitely going to be an inspiration to so many in the future. So kudos to her. You know, she didn't wait around. She gave up her shoes already to say, "Listen,
that's
man, let's do
yeah.
this." Really, really good.
Most
In
people
some,
would have kept those.
yeah, well, and frame it.
Yeah,
And maybe in a long time, maybe when they retire, they do this. But
better that. Yeah,
she
but
did it
she
right
did.
away.
Yeah.
So
Hmm.
give her credit for that. Well, quickly we'll talk about the Commonwealth Games. In 2026, there's nobody. In 2030, there's
Hmm.
nobody. But
Nobody
what they've tried to do now, they have offered, believe it, Ingle, $130 million to Malaysia to see if they'd be willing to host it.
to host it. Wow.
Yeah, right. So it's it's unbelievable. But they want
Very-
it to happen. They don't want it to just fall apart. So they're going to give you $130 million bonus just to do it. So I don't know what Malaysia is going to do. I think they say
Wow.
Christchurch in New Zealand is even thinking about it as well. So we'll
Hmm.
see. We will see how this one
Malaysia.
goes.
Malaysia brings back memories because that's the only. I went to the Commonwealth Games in
In
Malaysia.
Kuala Lumpur.
That was the only time they had cricket for men.
Ah, that was what, 98?
It would have been 98. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, it was. I remember.
Yeah.
Interesting. Yeah.
Yeah.
I heard that place is beautiful. So yeah,
It is. It is a beautiful place. Yeah.
let's see if they
I
take
think,
the money and make it happen for the Commonwealth Games in 2026.
and yeah, you should take a trip there if it happens.
Yes, I would definitely want to go there for
Mhm.
sure.
Yeah.
Lima, Peru, they have replaced Barranquilla from Colombia as the host of the 2027 Pan Am Games. So these two games are up in the air. Suddenly, they have now been finalized very quickly. So Lima, Peru is going to host the 2027
Mm-hmm.
Pan Am Games. Meanwhile, the Friendship Games, which is going to happen in September in Russia, that's Russia and their friends, I think, want to do it, but I don't know who's going to show up. But one of the things that people complain about is when you go to the Olympics, you don't make any money when you win. But they're saying the friendship games, they're going to be willing to give you money. So you win, you get paid. So that's their selling point. Let's see if people actually show up
Show up for that.
just for that. And finally, in track, they talk about Paris and what is going to happen there. They expect a lot of world records. And they're talking about the track angle. And they have spent a lot of time and money to make sure that the track that they're building for this Olympics is going to be the best ever. So they're looking at the shape, they're looking at the dimensions for the cells, the ear cells within the track. They want
Wow.
to make sure that they minimize energy loss and enhance performance. So a wicked track is being built. Let's see how fast it's going to be in Paris at the Olympic
So
Games.
so well, we're gonna make they want to make the track the fastest ever. So a lot of world records could be gone then.
That's what they're saying. That's what they're hoping for. That's what they're hoping for.
They still wouldn't break Bolt's record.
Not in the 100, but who knows about the 200?
Maybe the two, but not the 100 yet.
Not the one at all. But I think there's enough competition in the two for them to go 19 faster than 19.3. Whether
Mm.
they get to 19.1 is a whole other conversation. But if they get the weather and if the track is as fast as they're saying here, there's a shot at the 200. I don't see the 100 though.
Right.
Nobody has even gone close to 19, to 9.6, much less
Nine.
9.5.
Exactly.
Let's see. All right, anything else on track, Ingo?
No, and that's it for me, the track. I
Okay.
think you've covered everything that we need to for now. Just
Yeah,
looking forward to April 6th.
April 6th, the big day.
Yeah,
Big
that's the
names
day.
coming out.
Yeah,
Shakari and Sharika.
yeah.
Let's see how that goes. Over to some football, So some things are going on behind the scenes, and this weekend, of course, is the FA Cup quarterfinals over there, and of course, the big game is going to be Manchester United versus Liverpool tomorrow.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see who takes that one, but that's always those two teams meet up. It's going to be very exciting to watch. So looking forward to that tomorrow. And for the Champions League, the quarterfinals have been called out, and some really nice games. So Manchester City is going to take on Real Madrid in probably the toughest matchup I see. Arsenal is going to take on Bayern Munich, and PSG is going to take on Barcelona. So some big
Barcelona.
games are going to be out there again. So this the Champions League is looking good. The FA Cup quarters is looking good. So a lot of good football is taking
No,
place right now.
one final score from the Coventry beat
They beat
Wolverhampton.
them.
What else? Yeah, 3-2.
They end up holding on to that 3-2.
Yeah,
Congrats to them. So at least one is off to the semis already.
yeah.
Let's see how it goes for the other three games coming up today and tomorrow. In the Caribbean, we have Jamaica. They're going to take on the USA March 21st in the Nations
Hmm.
League semifinals. And should be a massive, massive game. But it's strange enough, Jamaica suspended their probably big star forward, Leon Bailey.
Oh wow, what did he
Yeah,
do?
he broke curfew the last time he was there. They said it's happened a
Nice.
lot, and I think the coach just got tired of it. But he says we have one rule: everybody must be in the hotel at 10 p.m. And these guys, him and Trevante Stewart, left the hotel. Didn't stay there at all. Didn't come back the
Oh
next
wow.
morning. They even missed the bus to the game.
No,
They
that's
stayed
a
out
bit
so
too
late.
much.
So
Yeah.
yeah, so he got suspended. So I don't think he can complain about this suspension. I mean, he deserves it, but he'll be missed. Opportunities for others, and weird enough, Jamaican called this young player, Callum Thierry from England. First time he's getting called up for either England or Jamaica. They call him up on Wednesday, and on Friday, England call him up too.
Oh wow.
For
England has a habit of doing that.
just
They
calling them up just to
call up
lock them in.
players, give them one game, and then lock them in.
Lock them up. So I
Yeah.
think he's on the 18th, so they're saying he's going to come in, and it looks like he's going to choose England.
Hmm.
They said based on the social media posting, he posted the England call up. He didn't post the Jamaican call up on the social media, so we'll see how that one goes. And Trinidad, they're going to take on Canada on the 24th,
On
Copa
24th, yeah.
America's spot. So big game for Canada. I think they're sending their best team there to take on Trinidad. So they're going to go in as big favorites. So let's see who wins that. But it's a big spot. Jamaica's already there, but I think it'd be nice to see Trinidad. But I don't think they can beat Canada in this game. So I think Canada is going to get to the Copa America as well
Yeah,
coming
it's
up.
gonna be it's gonna be difficult for Trinidad to beat them.
Very,
It's
very
not.
difficult. And finally, Mbappe at Paris Saint-Germain. So who's going to replace him? That's a big chat going on now. There's a lot of talk that it may be Marcus Rashford from out of
Rashford.
Manchester United or Luis Diaz from out of Liverpool. So let's see which one goes. But of course, the conversation is getting hot. Ingo, who is taking over from Mbappe?
I'm not surprised of any player moving anymore. It's just
Yeah,
managers and agents just want to know, well, what's the bottom line? How much money you get in?
how much money you getting? That's
And
what it's
yeah,
about. So
yeah,
yeah, it's going to be interesting to see though. That's a big call, and he's going to Real Madrid. And Alfonso Davies from Canada here, our top player in Canada, he's supposed to be leaving Bayern Munich and going
he's
to
gonna be
Real Madrid as well. You
okay.
got Bellingham there already, so
Yeah, yeah,
it's a lot of young, talented players going to be at Real Madrid.
yeah. It's
Really
gonna be
big
a
name.
young, strong team. Good,
Yeah,
good.
they
Well,
and
on
they're already
paper,
winning over
and
there.
they're yeah,
I'm guessing they have a really good shot to. If they beat City, I think they have a really, really good shot to win the Champions League this year.
yeah, they do. They have a good shot. But yeah, the teams are just building to be stronger and
Yeah,
get more fans. That's the
for
whole
sure.
thing.
That's the
Yeah,
whole thing. Yeah, but
yeah.
it's exciting to watch, though. So I must say to see the young kids. Cause Vinicius Junior is also there, and
Vinicius Junior is there.
yeah,
Yeah,
so yeah, Roger. So yeah, they have an amazing setup over there.
yeah. I think if Rashford moves, well, that's it's gonna be huge.
Yeah, it's a big call. It's a
It's
big
a big
call.
call.
But his coach said he's not going anywhere. So, but they say all these things,
They
and for them,
always say that until you see the sign on the dotted line and they give you a different
exactly.
reason.
You
Yeah,
see how much money they're gonna give up. They say, "Oh no, okay, I got to take this one."
yeah. The players always do that. Well, it's about that time again, Roger. It's a minute two, so
Yeah.
we've come to the end of another hour, the England Roger Sports Hour. It's another end of another Saturday edition. We'll see you next week, and enjoy the rest of your day and the rest of your weekend, and be safe.
Enjoy. Next weekend is Boys and Girls Championships in Jamaica, so
Oh
look out
wow,
for that. We'll talk
we're
about
gonna
it all
talk
next
about it.
week.
Yeah, that's the mini Olympics.
The Mini Olympics for
Yeah.
high schoolers. Have a wonderful weekend, everyone.